Welcome to miniOrange. In this video, we'll walk you through the steps to set up the miniOrange two-factor authentication plugin with your WordPress website. Go to the Plugins section from the left side menu and click on Add New to install a new plugin. In the top right search bar, type miniOrange two-factor authentication to find the plugin. Click the Install Now button next to the miniOrange two-factor authentication plugin to begin the installation. Then click the Activate button to enable the miniOrange two-factor authentication plugin on your site. Here, you can configure the 2FA settings either through the Setup Wizard or from the plugin dashboard. How to configure the 2FA settings for users using the Setup Wizard. Click Let's Get Started button. You've been redirected to the step where you need to decide whether to show the 2FA setup prompt to users during their login. Here, you'll be presented with two available options to choose from. If you choose the first option, users will be required to set up 2FA during their first login. If you select the second option, users can set up two-factor authentication later from the plugin dashboard at their convenience. I have selected the first option. Click on the Continue Setup button to move forward with the configuration process. You've been redirected to the step where you can choose the user role for which you want to enable two-factor authentication. Here, you'll be presented with two available options to choose from. If you choose the first option, two-factor authentication will be enabled for all your users. If you choose the second option, you can enable 2FA for a specific user role. I have selected the first option. Click on the Continue Setup button to move forward with the configuration process. The last step allows users to skip the 2FA setup for a specified period before it's enforced. Here, you'll be presented with two available options to choose from. If you select the first option, users will be forced to set up 2FA during the first login. If you select the second option, you can define a grace period for the user in hours or days. After this period expires, the user will be required to set up two-factor authentication. I have selected the second option. Then, click on the All Done button. You have successfully configured the 2FA settings using the Setup Wizard. How to configure the 2FA settings for users using the plugin dashboard. Click on the Skip Setup Wizard button. In the Quick Setup tab, select the checkbox to enable 2FA for your site. Next, select the specific user role for which you want to enable 2FA. I select the Select All Roles checkbox option to select all user roles. Then click on the Save Settings button. Go to the Backup Login Methods option below. This setting is enabled by default. If you face any issues during login, use the Backup Login method to securely access your account. Go to the Grace Period option below. Select the checkbox to enable the grace period. This setting allows you to let users skip the 2FA setup for a specified period of time before it's enforced. Enter the grace period during which users can complete their 2FA setup. This can be specified in either hours or days. Choose the action to be taken once the grace period expires. Then click on the Save Settings button. You have successfully configured the 2FA settings using the plugin dashboard. How to configure the 2FA method for users. After you set up the 2FA plugin, you will be asked to configure your 2FA method when you log in for the first time. Navigate to the login page and enter your login credentials. Then, click on the Login button. When you click on Skip 2FA Setup, your grace period will start. From the list, you can select any 2FA methods and configure them. I'm configuring the Google Authenticator method. Choose Google Authenticator from the drop-down menu. You will notice it's already selected by default in this case. Open the Google Authenticator app on your phone, tap the plus button, and scan the QR code displayed on the screen. Note the 2FA code generated in the Google Authenticator app on your mobile phone, enter it into the text box provided, and click the Verify button to complete the setup. Now, make sure to store the backup codes provided securely. These codes can help you log in if you're ever locked out of your account. Click the Finish Setup button to complete the setup process. Users have successfully set up the method. If you need the setup guide for the plugin, the link has been added in the video description. We hope the video was helpful for you and thank you for watching.